One day in nursing home. If there is a nursing home and the hardware facilities are very good and the service is very good, would you like to send your grandparents to the nursing home when you are too busy and you can't take care of them? Please raise your hands if you agree. Okay, very good. There is no one to raise hands. Everyone will be old. When we are old, whether go into a nursing home is a difficult decision, so we cannot decide too easy to send our grandparents to the nursing home. I have a grandfather who lived in a nursing home for 10 years. When I stepped into the door of the nursing home, I was wondering, is this heaven or a cage? The elderly expect their children to visit them. Although there are many elderly in nursing home, they still feel lonely. The most painful is that there is no family to accompany them. Every time I went to see my grandfather, he is always staying at the room and just sitting here with no expression on his face. When he saw me, he was very excited. He always chatted with me the whole day. When I would leave, he told me not to worry about him. From his eyes, I saw he is eager for a company. Last year, he got a cancer. He was in hospital for 2 months, but I just visited him 3 times. We lived in different cities. My biggest regret for him is that when he died, I was not around him. After I entered the college, my teacher asked me to do the social practice in every summer and winter vacation. I chose to go to the nursing home and try to know the elderly's real life and record it. I met 3 more representatives of the elderly in a nursing home. The first old man was in pain. He yelled at the nurse every day. "You don't clean my shit. You make the terrible dish for me." Actually, I didn't like the old man, but my grandfather told me that he is a poor man. He had no child and he relies on selling newspapers for a livelihood. He often sent his savings to the children in the mountains. Those children were very moved and often wrote to him for thanks. So he lived happily at that time. However, after he went into the nursing home, he lost touch with those children and no one came to see him. He became more and more odd gradually. The second old man in the nursing home was relatively common, a lonely old man. He was 80 years old. He used a magnifying glass to read the newspaper the whole day. He liked to tell his story to me. He told me that he was a steel worker and a national model worker who received a lot of praise. He often gave a speech from place to place. Later, he came to the nursing home and he felt very lonely. The third man was happy. His wife died long before, but he found a twilight romance in the nursing home. Every day in the evening, I saw them holding hands, talking, laughing, and telling their own stories happily. I hope they can accompany each other, take care of each other, and spend the rest of their time in the nursing home. Actually, I understand why some young people send the elderly to a nursing home. It is because of the stress of the work, and they cannot accompany the elderly every day. But I think the elderly can understand their children and they just enjoy living with their families. I find that the elderly need company. The elderly who are accompanied by their families are very happy. So I hope you can spare some time to visit your grandparents and chat with them, no matter how busy you are and how tired you are. Would you agree with me? Okay, this is the meaning of my speech. Thank you.